come up and present what they came up with. Arden, come on. Now remember, one person speaks because we can't hear many people speaking at once.
Okay, everybody, like, on the thing there were arms, right? Which are the extended parts, right? So our pattern was that every time you add a cube to each arm, the total volume increases by 5 cubic centimeters, which I think was 5 cubes, whatever you want to call it. And then our equation was that 5n plus 1 equals the volume, and n equals the length of one individual arm. So that, like, this is the middle cube, excluding the middle cube. You would multiply that by 5 because there are 5 arms, and then add 1 for the middle cube, and that'll give you the volume in our number of cubes.
And for the third question, it was what's the volume of the fifth stage? Well, for the fifth stage, there'll be 4 cubes on each arm, so the equation will be 5 times 4 plus 1 equals the volume. So 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21, so the volume will be 21.
Yeah.
Any questions for the presenters? Did anyone come up with a different solution? All right, Cassie, come on, you want to show us? Cassie, Deirdre?
Originally, we got what Arden got, but we tried it out and it didn't always work
With the first one.
with the first one. So what happened was we came up with 5n minus 4. So it's 5 arms, and then n would be the building number,
Yeah, and then you subtract.
and then you subtract 4, and then you get the number of
cubes.
cubes in the building. So we wrote up an example, and n equals 2, so then 5 times 2 minus 4 is 10 minus 4, and we got 6
And that's
cubes
number
in the
of
building. And it's on the sheet also.
So let me ask you, on that formula, if I asked you how many cubes would be in the 7th building,
It'd be 31.
and how would you get that?
You'd replace n with the 7, and then you'd do the work, you'd multiply
And that'd be
7
35.
times 5, and then you get 35, and then you minus 4 and you get 31.
Okay, how is yours different or the same as what Arden did and Yoshio did?
Both of us use 5n, 5 times the building number for each arm. But
The only thing that was different was that we subtracted and he added.
Does that make it different?
No, what
Is
you
it
did
the same or what?
the middle square for each arm, and then you subtracted 4 middle squares. But what we did is we just added the actual length of the arm, excluding the middle
But the
square.
reason why it didn't work for us was because we were trying to figure out an equation that would fit all buildings
Yeah.
instead of just, everyone except for the first one. Because it doesn't really work for the first one.
Yeah. Because there's only one cube.
Yes, there's no
5 times 0 equals 0, plus 1 equals 0.
It's the first building though.
So it's 5 times 1. And
Yeah.
then
I think, wait 1 second. I think what Arden is trying to, he defined n as the length of one arm.
Oh.
So for the first building, it'd be 0,
Okay.
not 1. And while you were trying to do the building number.
Yeah.
So that's what was different about it.
Okay.
That's why
When
you're
we
having
did that
this
one, we were
quarrel.
defining it as just the first building number was the cube, so we were doing the building. Yeah. Okay.
What about this one? How does this one fit in with that? Is there a mathematical equivalence there somehow? Yoshio, you think you can show us that or explain it, or how is it different? How is it the same?
Our definition of n is different from theirs.
Ah,
For ours is n equals the length of each arm. So the equation will change, will be different from the two.
so what you're telling me is that the definition of the variable is a very important idea in mathematics?
Yeah.
Like it makes a whole difference of what the expression means?
Because in there they're multiplying they're considering each arm, what we were considering plus the middle, and then they were going to subtract 4 middles because they would have 4 extra middles. But what we were doing is we were just multiplying each of the arms without the middle, and then adding one middle. And it's really just the same thing. It's just depends on how you think of it.